Hey everyone, Soundwave884 here. Another blast from the past review. In this review, take a look at 1987's Hardhead, Autobot Hardhead, one of the headmasters that came out that year, along with like Highbrow, Fortress Maximus, and Brainstorm. Now these are the larger headmasters from 87. 88 introduced these smaller versions of headmasters and target masters, shrunk them down just a little bit. Now Hardhead is one of my favorite Transformers from back when I was a kid. Now the toy itself isn't all that great, but the character, I enjoyed what little bit we got of him in the G1 cartoon here in North America, and I actually really did like the toy. He transformed into a tank. I was a kid. I love tanks. I liked Warpath. There we go. I like Hardhead. Now Hardhead sort of replaced one of my favorite Autobots was Brawn. Now he was killed off very early on in Transformers the movie in 1986. I feel like Hardhead is a good successor to Brawn's sort of same kind of personality and replacement. Hard-headed, rushes into things, doesn't fully think before he just wants to fight and attack and attack. That led to Brawn's downfall in the movie, not having the brains, he just had the brawn. Hardhead hopefully here has a little more brains, but good thing with the headmasters is we actually can see some of their statistics on their person, on the robot itself. We'll take a look into all of this here. So Hardhead comes with two scatter blasters. That are what they call these weapons here he holds, that actually are supposed to shoot out diamond hard shards. Not this guy, but I guess pieces from shard. Ain't that right, Hardhead? Now you got these two scatter blasters here. Also has a shoulder cannon here. So he is very much armed to the gills to attack the Decepticons when they come, in order to defend Autobot City or Fortress Maximus from the Decepticons. Now, articulation on this figure, being G1, it is very limited. You just saw the articulation. I just showed it to you. We have shoulders. That's all you got. You got hands that will move down, so you can get a limp wrist if you want that. That's for transformation. And you got a little leg movement here. Out to the sides, that's for transformation. There's no actual natural movement going on here. So he is pretty much the definition of a brick, but he isn't really a brick to me. He is more of a shell. You'll notice this when you turn this guy around. He is hollow to the max. We talk about hollow Transformers nowadays with some hollow thighs or hollow biceps. Now this guy defines hollow here in the body. Look at that. He has no back whatsoever. His legs are way out here, the back of the legs, and you gotta go way this way to get to his waist and everything. Very much just a shell there. Now his legs are, filled out and everything. That's just because they are screwed together here at that part. So very hollow there for the back of the figure. Now the arms, not so much, just where the hands will go in here. And same with the legs. The feet are actually going to fold. Get a little gappiness here. But again, it's G1. Now the figure does have some molded in details. You can see here for the knees. And then on the thighs here, and here in the abdomen area, and then the waist. Now we do get some stickers to help define the figure, since he really has no articulation, no movement, and he's very much just a blandish, kind of brownish gray color here. These stickers help define the thighs and with the waist, going up to the abdomen here. We get dual Autobot logos here for each arm. Turn this side, we do get stickers on the sides of the arms. That will be more noticeable when he's in his futuristic Cybertronian tank mode. We also get some stickers down here on the sides of the legs. Again, will be more noticeable in the side of the tank mode. So that is your stickers. Now you might have more stickers. I don't have any others on this figure. Yeah, he's very old. I think that's all the stickers he actually came with. You also did get the molded treads on the sides with some silver paint. Also here for the wheels that help turn the treads, some silver paint. And again here on the arms. So that is a nice touch there. A lot of G1 figures didn't have as much paint. Now the face, again, that's where they skimped on the paint a lot of the figures. He's just got a yellow face. Full yellow for the face. Does have a mouth plate here, mouth mask. Now in the G1 cartoon, he is shown with a mouth. Does not have it in the toy. I actually did like how he looked in the show a little more than the toy here. Now with the head plugged in, you can open this piece up right here. It wants to catch on me, and I don't want to break anything. I don't know why he wants to catch it. You open this down, and it will give you some stats. You get speed, strength, and intelligence. He has a 5 in speed, a 10 in strength, and a 6 in intelligence. All it does is here in the head, when you plug that in, you can see these little 3 prongs. You can see which side they're going to go. When you put those in, that will define his characteristics there. So it's a cool gimmick for these figures. Not so much as having the replaceable heads, also seeing some stats from the tech specs on the actual figure. Alright, some size comparisons with the figure. Here he is with Leader Class Sandstorm from Legacy United. So this figure here, very much a Voyager scale figure or bigger. Next to G1 Skull Cruncher, one of the Decepticons from 1987's Headmasters. Now you can notice he has a different head. I don't actually have the head to Skull Cruncher. I found the body for Skull Cruncher at Replay Toys here in the town I live in for $5 in a bin. I have no accessories, no tail, no weapon, no head. Maybe one day I will get it. They're very expensive on eBay, so I'll have to pay like well over $100 just to get the 2 things I am missing for the $5 figure here. Now I paid for. But scale. There's one thing about G1, especially about the Headmasters and stuff back then. Their scale, they didn't really scale each other. They were, Hardhead's big, Brainstorm's shorter, Skullcruncher's smaller. They're just based on how they get to their tank mode, their alt modes, and then transform. They wasn't trying to go for a certain, consistent height with each figure. Next to my original G1 Hot Rod, yes, his stickers have seen better days. But he is a good throwback to my past. I have to keep him looking the way he did the last time I played with him back in the 80s. So scale here, as Hot Rod did show back up in season 4 of the cartoon, and he became a Target Master. I do not have a Target Master Hot Rod. I do have this one here. And next to a oversized KO of Titans Returns Hardhead. Now, I can't remember what company made this, but I have reviewed this figure somewhere. If I can find that, I will leave a link to that up here on the video and maybe down in the description as well. It is, like I said, a KO oversized of the Titans Returns Hardhead. So you're still getting limited articulation, as now they try to go for a full range of articulation. There's no ankle tilts, no waist swivels. It's got the same pretty much articulation you would have on the Titans Returns version of Hardhead, but they did up their game with this and actually add in like some forearm covers when you pull the hands out. The joints are really tight and stiff. It's got a lot of good, he just feels good, and it feels like a good quality figure. I think I paid like $15, $16, maybe $20 for this. Like I said, it's been a few years. The only negative on this KO Hardhead is the head itself, the little arms on the sides. They're very loose, so you gotta make sure you gotta keep them up. And yes, you can put this head on your original G1 Hardhead, but getting it back out, it wants to catch and give you a little bit of a problem to pull that back out. Not be afraid to maybe break the connector on the original G1 toy. So I wouldn't recommend doing it, but it can be done so you can have some painted eyes, as it is very reminiscent of the original G1, as it has the mouth plate there. And if you don't want him to hold both weapons, you can actually store one on the back side in the peg hole that you can use for the canopy. For putting the gun in tank mode, you can put it up, down, either which way, and just stick it right there. So then that can store on its back. Alright, so let's transform this figure. It's very simple. Remove the weapons. Then we're going to fold the hands in. We need to remove the headmaster like this. Fold the feet in. We're going to take the legs to the sides. They're going to come up like this. Now I bring this part up, locks in, and we're going to pull this back. It tabs in right here. We just got to pull back on that. It's giving me resistance, sir. Ooh, see, it snaps in right there. It's a good snap. Does make you fearful you might end up breaking that. You can see it's just going to fit right there in the gaps. Let's bring the arms down here. Open up the canopy. You're going to take your figure here, transform the headmaster. These in the 87s actually have covers on the heads that will come and hide the face, which is really neat. The 88 headmasters did not have this feature. You just want to pull him down here at the waist. And there you go, he is transformed. And while I have him out, I'm going to pull the head off that KO oversized Hardhead. You can see here, they actually didn't paint the face, so they did kind of, go skimpy on that. I kind of wish they added some paint there. but it looks pretty cool. Just an oversized of the Tides Returns Hardhead. And you take this guy, we're just going to stick him right back here. Take the canopy, close it up, and it stores right inside. Now you can take the guns. You see, you got a spot right here. You can do just the one, put the other gun somewhere else. We do have this hole here, which is actually a screw hole to connect the legs together. You can just stick that there. It doesn't like stay in very well, but if it's just going to like sit on your shelf, it will hold fine. Once you want to move it around and maybe touch it, it can easily pop off. And there is Hardhead in vehicle mode. And he is one of the larger G1 Transformers. He is a big, beefy boy. He does have wheels, so he does roll. There are plastic wheels right here. That gun will probably fall in the legs and arms. So very neat. And you see the stickers and then silver paint here on the sides. Really shows up. Turn the back side. Other side. Inside the canopy. I like how they did with this. Instead of this being fully like translucent plastic, it's just a translucent orange piece that is just pretty much snapped on in the inside there. I like that. I like when they do that. I think that feels a little more quality than having a whole piece just be translucent plastic. Now we're going to do some comparisons. Alright, here is next to Siege Red Alert. You can see a lot bigger than Red Alert. Next to G1 Double Dealer. They're about the same size from front to back. Double Dealer is a lot more solid though than Hardhead, a lot more weighty as well. Next to Legacy Animated Bumblebee. Next to Legacy Bludgeon. Next to G1 Reflector. Next to Thrilling 30, I think it is, Roadbuster. And next to the oversized KO Titans Returns Hardhead. You can see this one here is actually a lot bigger and more solid than the original G1 Hardhead. Very reminiscent of each other. This is more of a like a dark gray plastic than a black plastic though. Nice big oversized cannon. The gun can actually store on top of the cannon. And here, like I was talking about, the canopy is all translucent plastic because that is how the Titans Returns did it. I believe the Titans Returns though did go for orange, but they went for like a smoked glass here on the canopy. Now the figure can actually go in the back of the cannon, which is a leftover remnant from the Titans Returns. You can stick another Titans Returns or Titan Master in the back of the cannon to man the cannon. It also has wheels, rolls very well, really big, more massive, a little more, I'd say, Cybertronian looking as well. So like I said, this is a good representation of Hardhead in my opinion, especially for a KO. Overall thoughts for G1 Hardhead. Again, one of my favorite Transformer characters, one of my favorite G1 Transformer toys as well. You know, it's got a lot of faults. It was G1, it was the 80s. He was a big, massive tank, and I loved it for that. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. Till the next ones. Peace out.